Labour MP Caroline Flint has criticised fellow MPs calling for a second Brexit vote in a passionate speech. A number of prominent Labour politicians have called for the UK to have a people's vote on the final Brexit deal, including the Mayor of London, Sadiq. Speaking at a fringe event at the Labour Party conference this week, Ms. Flint said, "I fear that for some people, the People's Vote campaign is always a vehicle with two destinations in mind, a new referendum and a backstop to create a new centre party. That too will fail, and it will guarantee the Tories a majority for another decade. I am against a second referendum because it will not resolve the disagreements that surfaced in the first referendum. Very little of what has been said in Parliament shows any real empathy or concern for the Labour working class voters that voted Leave. I am disappointed when I hear MPs say, my voters did not vote to leave to make themselves poorer. This argument is sounding very much like, you can't be trusted to know your own interests, we know best," she added. "I feel that a new referendum will divide voters again. It will tell Labour voters that if they voted Brexit, they may as well vote Tory, and that cannot be allowed to happen. It will tell Labour voters that if they voted Brexit, they may as well vote Tory." Labour MP Caroline Flint, speaking later exclusively to Express.co.uk, Ms. Flint said that the British public had not changed their minds over Brexit. She said, "We did have a people's vote in 2016, and I don't feel any sense that people have changed their minds. They want us to get on with it. The problem with a second referendum is that it will just reopen all the divisions that emerged in 2016. What I want to see is a reasonable deal that allows us to get on with things, but also concentrate on some of those massive issues that people had around the country where they voted Leave." Brexit news. Caroline Flint explained exactly why the party could not back a second referendum. Image, Express. Getty. Communities like Doncaster and elsewhere didn't feel they were getting a better share of the national wealth that they were entitled to. In all this debate, that isn't being discussed as much as it should be. At the conference in Liverpool, Shadow Brexit Secretary Sir Keir Starmer said the Labour Party would vote down any Brexit deal from the government if it did not meet their 6 tests. Sir Keir also said, "Nobody is ruling out Remain as an option, should there be another referendum on Britain's relationship with the EU." Addressing the conference on Wednesday, Mr Corbyn insisted Labour would not overturn Brexit but questioned the conduct of the May government during the negotiations with Brussels. Mr Corbyn said, "Labour respects the decision of the British people in the referendum, but no one can respect the conduct of the government since that vote took place. As it stands, Labour will vote against the Chequers plan or whatever is left of it and oppose leaving the EU with no deal. And it is inconceivable that we should crash out of Europe with no deal. That would be a national disaster. That is why if Parliament votes down a Tory deal or the government fails to reach any deal at all, we would press for a general election. Failing that, all options are on the table. Brexit is about the future of our country and our vital interests." Labour Party frontbenchers have repeatedly said their preference is a general election instead of another Brexit vote. Additional reporting by Jodie Packwood in Liverpool.